Hi there, my name is Amanda McCash, and this is my video evaluation for Assignment 2. So this project was pretty interesting because we got to work with the audio recorders for the first time, and I got to learn how that works out and all the different kinks that come along with that, as well as doing some more work with the camera. So the first photo, which was the portrait, was pretty easy for me because I knew the subject. She's one of my roommates, and I really liked the way that it came out because of the soft lighting and the shadows in there. I tend to like that more than the harsh, stark differences between that and the really hard lights that are going on in there. The second photo was the real moment. This was considerably more difficult for me because I'm a pretty shy person, and it's hard to walk up to some random person in a random setting that you don't know and ask them information about themselves and take weird pictures of them with this giant camera. So that was pretty difficult. So I originally went to the union to try and do it, but that was hard because people were just doing homework and I didn't really want to bother them. So I ended up going to a bar hoping that they would be more jovial and in a better mood and more willing to talk to me, and I was right. I found a pretty nice photo of some girls sitting in a booth, and it worked out pretty well. The third photo was the location. I chose a construction site just because I thought it'd be kind of dynamic with all the different things going on in it, with all the different equipment and whatnot. And the angle that I chose was from underneath. I got as close to the gate around it as I could and took a shot pretty much a 45-degree angle up, and I thought that ended up looking pretty cool. The fourth picture was the object with three different angles to it, and I chose a bike. This was that morning that was freezing rain, and the icicles on the bike looked really cool in the photo when I zoomed in on them, so I thought that was the most interesting feature of that. And then I also got a couple different angles. I got the handlebars, and then I got a really close up on the bridge between the two wheels. I thought that was really interesting looking, just to get that one really zoomed in shot of a bicycle. And then the last photo was the candid with my phone. It's definitely a lot easier to take a candid with your phone because, it's much less obvious than, pointing a giant camera at somebody when you're in a public place trying to get a truly genuine candid photo. So that worked out a lot better, but I found that the quality was not as good. It came out a little bit blurry. Maybe that's just me with the phone camera, but I didn't like that as much. So definitely probably worth it to do more of a real shot with a camera than it is to try and be more with it with the phone. For the audio shots, I did the interview with my portrait person. Again, that was pretty simple because she's my roommate and I know her very well, so it was easy to talk to her. The nature shot, the nature clip was super easy just because we had all that rain going on, so I thought that would be a nice nature sound to go with that category. The civilization one I played around with a little bit more because my original thought was to do industry, construction, busy city sounds, but then I thought more about what true civilization is and what's more civilized than what's going on currently. The very subtle, complicated bits of technology that we use every day that are much more complicated than just busy car noises, and that's the cell phone. So I got a good clip of texting with the iPhone. Then for my object, I had a lot of fun with this one because originally I was going to do something kind of a standard like a frying pan, but then I'm a figure skater and I go to practice however many times a week, and the ice skates that we use make a really cool sound when they rip into the ice. So that was a lot of fun to work with. I got a good clip of one of my friends doing a twizzle, which is kind of like a spin on the ice, and it makes a really cool sound. It was difficult to get this just because the sensors are super sensitive to things like wind, and when you're trying to get speed on the ice, you make a lot of wind, and that's how you get the cool sounds on the blades. So it was kind of hard to balance that out, but it ended up sounding really cool. And then the final audio clip was the humdrum before class starts on my phone. Again, a lot easier to take a truly genuine candid with the phone than it is with a giant camera pointing at somebody, but the quality again was not as good. I truly enjoyed, doing this assignment, and I can't wait to see what comes next. Thank you.